Hello ladies and gentlemen, I am Kevin Olson from TextLearn.com, and this is lesson 3.3 of the Intro to Java series. In this lesson we will be discussing how to create and use switches to control our program. So what is a switch? A switch is a statement in Java which enables us to control the execution of a program along several predefined pathways. For example, in the last topic we were discussing if-then statements. And in that case we had if, condition, then do something with these statements that'll be in the main block of the if-then. Now switches are a little different, they're structured differently, but they achieve the same thing. Switches are meant to use with one type of variable, one variable, so we have a switch and then we can control what happens based on several different cases for the value of the variable in that switch. For example, we could have a switch with an integer variable in it, and then we can have different cases for each value of that variable. So if we have an integer appear in our switch that could be have a value of 1, then the switch will execute the code in case 1, the statements of case 1. If the value of that variable was 2, it would go to case 2 and do those statements. The value is 3, it goes to 3 and does those statements. If the value is 29, we could have a case 29 and put statements in there as well. We can also combine cases, so we can kind of have the OR that's equivalent to the OR in the if-then. We could have case 1 and case 2, put those together, then it would do statements for case 1 and case 2. So if the value is 1 or 2, it would execute the case statements in there. Alright, it'll make a little more sense once I show it to you, I hope. So without further ado, let's bring up Eclipse and start testing this theory out. Alright, so for our example, we are going to create an integer which represents the day of the week. So day of week int, so we'll have integer day, and we'll just set it equal to 1 for now, so that will be Sunday. Our week is going to start on Sunday. I'm in America, or the United States as I should refer to it as. So switch, this is how we create our switch. Switch day, we put the variable that we want to use in our switch within the parentheses there. And like we did with the if-then, we need to have curly braces, and that just indicates the body of our switch, so all of our switch code will go within these braces. Now we need to create our cases. Case 1, colon, and then we have the code that goes along with case 1. And let me just indent that and indent that. That's just proper syntax there. Well, not proper syntax, just a code formatting kind of style there. So case 1, we'll do system out print line Sunday. Now we can't just go on to case 2 quite yet, because we have to do what's known as a break statement. So after the Sunday, we need to have break. So we put the word break in there, that's Java keyword, and that with a semicolon, and that indicates to Java that this is the end of the first case. Now I will show you what happens if we don't put those break statements in there in a minute, but first let me just complete writing out these days here. So case 3 will be Tuesday, break, and I forgot the semicolon there. Case 4 is Wednesday, and I'm just going to copy paste this. Case 5, case 6, and case 7. And of course, Eclipse is underlining these because we can't have multiple cases like that. So case 5, case 6, case 7, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And I forgot my breaks, so I'll just add those in there as well. Break, 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 and break. Alright, and the final case we'll need is known as the default case, and this is what is executed whenever none of the other cases are met. So if we put a value in for day of 0 or 8 or any other number that's not 1 through 7, it'll go to this break case, and we can do system out print line what, because we don't know what day that is, because there's no day beyond 7 in a week. And of course we'll end that with a break as well. So let's go ahead and run this guy and see what happens. If you remember, my first day of the week is 1, so it goes to case 1, and it executes the code within that first case. If I change the day to 2, it's going to go Monday, 3 will be Tuesday, 4 will be Wednesday, 5 will be Thursday, and of course 7 will be Saturday. So we can go through all those, and they do work as we would expect them to. Now let's check out that default case. So if I set day equal to 10, it goes to that default case and prints out the message what, and then breaks. Now like I said before, we are also going to see what happens if we don't have these break statements in here. So I'm just going to get rid of a couple of them. Get rid of them for case 2 and case 3 in this case. So now when I go in and I do case 1, we can see that it prints out Sunday like we would expect it to. Now when I go to case 2, let's see what happens without that break in there. So case 2 is here. We don't have a break, and we also don't have a break after case 3. So the next break is actually down here in case 4. Let's run that. And it prints out Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And what's happening here is the code is falling through. So that's the term we use when switches don't have break statements in them like they are supposed to. And sometimes this is intentional. We do have certain cases where we will want to not have break statements in there because we will want the code to fall through. So what happens here is the day is equal to 2. Java goes to case 2, it executes this code, it doesn't see a break, so it just goes right on to case 3. It executes that code, doesn't see a break in case 3, goes right on to case 4, we get to Wednesday, and finally it finds that break and it breaks out. Now it's important to note that it does this in order, so case 2, case 3, then case 4. So if we go to day equals 3, it's not going to print out Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday anymore. It's just going to print out Tuesday, Wednesday, because case 3 it says, or case 2 it says, well, day's not equal to 2, so I'm going to go on to case 3. So it finds case 3, and then without the break in there, it prints out Tuesday and goes on to Wednesday. But it stops before it gets to Thursday because we do have that break in there. So that is code falling through in a switch. Now let's change this up a little bit. Let's get rid of just 2 and 3 there. And I'm going to show you how we can combine cases here. So case 2, case 3. So in this scenario we have 3 case keywords in there along with case 1, case 2, and case 3. So this means that Java is going to see that the value is 3 and it's going to go here and execute the line Sunday. So let me just change this: Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. So now when we go to case 3, it prints out Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. If I set day equal to 2, it prints out Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and of course 1 will also print out Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Then when I go on to 4, it will simply print out Wednesday. So that is in essence all that you can do with switches. At least that's all I'm going to talk about for now, and that's what you're going to be using them for the most. Will probably be in instances like this where you have a certain variable and you want to do different predefined things with it. It's good for making menus and things like that. Now let's go ahead and look at the review exercise for this topic. So TextLearn.com, and we are in topic 3, section 3, switch statements. Alright, so let's scroll down here to the end and review exercise 3.3, menu calculator. Instructions: create a calculator which prompts the user to enter 2 values. It should then display a menu with 4 menu options: 1 to find the sum, 2 to find the difference, 3 to find the product, and 4 to find the quotient. The program should determine which number the user entered using a scanner and then calculate the result within the context of a switch and print out the result to the screen. So all I want you to do here is create a scanner, have it take two double values, you can call them X, Y, A, B, whatever you want, and then we're going to prompt them with this menu. So would you like to 1. Find the sum, 2. Find the difference, 3. Find the product, or 4. Find the quotient, and of course that is division. So in this example I enter the number 1 and it calculates the sum being 15 because of course 10 and 5 is 15. So I want you to do this using a switch. So we're going to have an integer here and we're going to take this value as an integer, we're going to put that into a switch, and then depending on the case for 1, 2, 3, or 4, I want you to find the result and print that out to the screen. Alright, thanks for watching, take care.